How do you use appropriate and varied transitions to link the major sections of the text, create cohesion, and clarify the relationships among complex ideas and concepts in an informative essay? In this lesson, you will learn how to create better cohesion in your writing by using appropriate and varied transitions. So let's review by taking a closer look at the assignment prompt. How does Abraham Lincoln appeal to his audience with logic, ethics, and emotion? After reading Lincoln's second inaugural address, write an essay that clearly and accurately describes the author's purpose and that makes important connections and distinctions between the types of appeals Lincoln uses. Support your discussion with evidence from the text. Now let's review the writing process for responding to a text. First, read closely and analyze. Second, generate and plan. Then third, draft and revise. And then fourth, edit and publish. We've already finished steps 1 through 3 through the assignment prompt, How does Abraham Lincoln appeal to his audience with logic, ethics, and emotion? And in this lesson, we will edit the rough draft by adding transitions. So adding transitions is like adding condiments and other fixings to your sandwich. They may not be essential, but if done well, they add flavor to your writing, making it more satisfying to consume. There are many types of transitions, just like there are varying kinds of fixings for sandwiches. For example, transitions can indicate time and sequence, contrasting ideas, examples, cause and effect, and similarity. In this lesson, we'll use 3 different kinds of transitions. The steps for this lesson are: 1. Read the rough draft and ask yourself, where could I bridge ideas in order to create better cohesion? And then second, add transitions that link the major sections of the text through indicating time or sequence. Then third, add transitions to create cohesion, indicating examples. And then last, add transitions that clarify the relationships among complex ideas, indicating contrasting ideas. So first, read the rough draft and ask yourself, where could I bridge ideas in order to create better cohesion? As I read over my essay, the last body paragraph seemed choppy and in need of some transitions in order to bring better cohesion to the essay. We'll add flavor to this paragraph by adding appropriate and varied transitions. So next, we are going to add transitions that link major sections of the text through indicating time or sequence. Since this is the last body paragraph in my essay, I could use a word like finally or lastly to start this paragraph and help add cohesion between paragraphs. Here, I'm going to use the word lastly. Other examples of time or sequence words are first, second, next, during, afterward, meanwhile, or subsequently. So next, let's go ahead and add transitions to create cohesion, indicating examples. In this paragraph, I used a quote here and then an example afterward. I could use a transition like for instance or for example. I'm going to use the phrase in this instance so that it reads, in this instance, he uses ethical appeal, a logical comparison, and an emotional connection. The transition bridges the quotation and the analysis together to create cohesion. And finally, add transitions that clarify the relationship among complex ideas, indicating contrasting ideas. So I see 2 contrasting ideas here where I wrote, these sentiments probably stirred up emotions of anger or shame depending on how people received Lincoln's emotionally charged words. Contrast that with, in the final paragraph, Lincoln uses the same topic of the tragedy of war to bring out emotions of thoughtful consideration for others. We could use phrases like, on the other hand, on the contrary, or words like yet or however. Here, let's use the word however. This bridges the 2 sentences in order to add cohesion within the paragraph. Now you have added 3 varying transitions that serve 3 distinctly different purposes. Remember that using varying transitions not only adds cohesion, but also adds flavor to your writing, making it more satisfying to consume. Now let's look at the big picture of the writing process. We just completed our first edit, but the rough draft should have several edits before it's ready for publishing. So let's review the steps for this lesson. They were: number 1, read the rough draft and ask yourself, where could I bridge ideas in order to create better cohesion? Number 2, add transitions that link the major sections of the text through indicating time or sequence. And number 3, add transitions to create cohesion indicating examples. And 4, add transitions that clarify the relationship among complex ideas indicating contrasting ideas. In this lesson, you have learned how to create better cohesion in your writing by using appropriate and varied transitions.